It's back. The bike that defined the middleweight cruiser segment for over 3 decades, now reborn. The all-new 2025 Honda Shadow 750 has returned, and it's bringing back the soul of classic cruising with modern refinement. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the design, specs, performance, and everything that makes the Shadow 750 the ultimate affordable cruiser in 2025. Design. The first thing you'll notice about the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 is how it stays true to its roots. The long, low stance. Teardrop fuel tank. Chunky front forks. And that timeless chrome detailing. Honda didn't just redesign the Shadow, they reimagined it as a modern classic. The Shadow now features LED lighting all around, a minimalist digital instrument cluster that's tucked in just right, and fresh paint options, including deep pearl black, gunmetal gray metallic, and a bold crimson red. Everything screams vintage, but with a sleek new edge. Engine and performance. At the heart of the 2025 Shadow 750 lies a revised 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin engine. This isn't a power-hungry beast, it's a smooth, torquey cruiser tuned for everyday riding and long hauls. With peak torque hitting early at just 3,500 RPM, you get that satisfying low-end pull every time you roll the throttle. Honda claims around 44 horsepower and 47 lb-ft of torque, modest on paper, but perfectly balanced for real-world riding. Whether you're cruising through the city or down country roads, the Shadow's engine is all about delivering effortless performance with character. Sound and feel. Honda has tuned the exhaust note on the new Shadow to be richer and deeper. You don't just hear it, you feel it in your chest. It's not obnoxious, but it has presence, that signature V-twin rumble that cruiser fans crave. Add to that Honda's precision fuel injection and refined throttle response, and you've got a machine that feels alive under your hands without being overwhelming. Comfort and ergonomics. One of the Shadow's biggest strengths has always been comfort. And the 2025 model takes it even further. You've got a low 25.8-inch seat height, forward-mounted pegs, and wide, pulled-back handlebars. The riding position is relaxed, upright, and confidence-inspiring, perfect for beginners and veterans alike. Honda also added more cushioning to the saddle and revised the rear suspension damping for a smoother ride over bumps and uneven pavement. And thanks to the 5-speed transmission's smooth gearing, shifting feels buttery and stress-free, even in traffic. Chassis and handling. Weighing in at 553 pounds, wet, the Shadow 750 isn't exactly light, but it handles better than you'd expect. Thanks to its low center of gravity and well-balanced frame geometry, this cruiser feels planted and easy to maneuver. New for 2025 is Honda's updated double-cradle steel frame with improved rigidity, helping the Shadow feel more stable in corners and more responsive at low speeds. Whether you're carving curves or lane-splitting downtown, the Shadow feels manageable and confident. Tech and features. Don't expect fancy electronics here, and that's part of the charm. The 2025 Shadow 750 keeps it simple with just the essentials: ABS, digital speedometer, fuel gauge, trip meter, and a gear position indicator. No touchscreen, no riding modes, just you and the machine. But what Honda did add is keyless ignition, USB-C charging under the seat, and optional heated grips, small upgrades that make a big difference without sacrificing the old-school vibe. Brakes and suspension. The braking setup is solid and confidence-inspiring. Up front, you get a single 296mm disc with a 2-piston caliper, while the rear has a 180mm drum. It's a classic setup, but now enhanced with dual-channel ABS for added safety. Suspension-wise, the 41mm telescopic fork up front and dual shocks in the rear handle bumps with grace. The ride is plush and forgiving, ideal for long rides and rough roads. Fuel economy and range. The 2025 Shadow 750 is incredibly efficient for a midsize cruiser. Honda reports fuel economy of around 60 miles per gallon, which is impressive. With a 3.7-gallon tank, you're looking at a cruising range of over 200 miles, more than enough for weekend getaways. And with today's fuel prices, that kind of efficiency makes the Shadow not just fun to ride, but easy on the wallet too. Versatility and customization. Honda knows that Shadow riders love to make their bikes their own. That's why the 2025 model has been designed with customization in mind. You'll find a wide range of genuine accessories, from windshields and saddlebags to passenger backrests, custom seats, and blacked-out trim kits. Whether you're building a solo cruiser or a weekend tourer, the Shadow is a perfect blank canvas. Beginner-friendly yet capable. The new Shadow 750 is ideal for new riders stepping into the cruiser world. It's forgiving, confidence-boosting, and low maintenance. But even experienced riders will find joy in its simplicity, character, and smooth ride. That's what makes the Shadow such a legend. It bridges the gap between novice and veteran, offering something for everyone. Price and value. Here's the best part. The 2025 Honda Shadow 750 starts at just $8,199. In an era where motorcycles are getting more expensive and tech-heavy, Honda delivers a classic cruiser experience without breaking the bank. You're getting legendary reliability, low cost of ownership, and a timeless look, all in one package. Competition. So how does the Shadow 750 hold up against the competition in 2025? Against the Yamaha Bolt R Spec, Kawasaki Vulcan S, and even Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650, the Shadow may not be the fastest, but it's arguably the most comfortable and dependable. If you want a cruiser that's low maintenance, relaxed, and full of soul, the Shadow still leads the pack. Who is it for? If you're looking for a cruiser that doesn't overwhelm with complexity, that rides like a dream, and that brings you back to the basics of what motorcycling is about, this bike is for you. Whether you're a new rider, someone returning to bikes after years away, or just someone who appreciates old-school charm with modern updates, the 2025 Shadow 750 hits the mark. Conclusion. In a world where bikes are getting faster, louder, and more tech-filled, the Honda Shadow 750 reminds us that sometimes, less is more. It's not trying to be the fastest or the most advanced. It's just trying to be the Shadow. And in 2025, that's more than enough. Outro. Voiceover, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Honda Shadow 750, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment below, and subscribe to Bike Hub for more in-depth motorcycle reviews, cruiser comparisons, and all things two wheels. Ride safe, ride free.